Hi guys, if you're here, welcome to 2026. So this is my very first video for 2026. I want to welcome you to a wonderful year. I'm very optimistic about 2026. I think that the first quarter especially is going to be very fantastic. And so we'll be talking about ARADEL and we'll talk a little bit about Bitcoin and then we'll talk about our portfolio last quarter and we'll call it a day. Okay, so don't forget, as usual, make sure you're following me on my socials. Make sure you're following me on Twitter, you're following me on TradingView and YouTube. So because I do like content creation in all of them, and you don't want to miss out on these things. Okay, so currently this is what my portfolio looks like. Exactly what this is what we had in October. These were the prices we bought at. This is what we have currently. So you can see some changes, legend, and you can see some changes from 5.35 to 580. VSP bond from 213 to 320. HMCALL from 410 to 4.39. So most of these changes happened literally between last week and this week. The remainder of the quarter, it just didn't do so well. And this is why you have to understand that once you're buying stocks, you must have long term in mind. You cannot have short term in mind and think that you're an investor. 3 months is the least for anything to happen. You must be prepared to hold your portfolio for as long as 3 months, 6 months, 6 years. Some people even hold their portfolios for 6 years if they are sure of the portfolio they are holding. If you know anything about Warren Buffett, you know that he has almost never ever sold any share or stock, and I think it's only just this year before he has given over power of Berkshire Holdings. Okay, but that's not what we're talking about. Let's just go straight into the fractals I wanted to talk about. So this is ARADEL, and literally what a fractal is, it's just noticing a certain pattern that seems to be repeating. So there was a boom here. You could see ARADEL moved up over here. So it moved up here, and then there was a bust. Then it moved up, and then there was a bust. So it has moved up, and guess what? We had another bust. So we're expecting another move upwards. All time high is about 800 and okay, now currently its all-time high is 869. So we're expecting that, and we're also expecting that there's a possibility that it can get to 1,000. So we have to wait and see. I'm actually holding on to this portfolio into the next quarter. I'm going to make some minute changes. You will know about them if you're following me and also if you are on my newsletter. So ensure that you're on my newsletter, then you'll be able to know what changes I am making on my portfolio. Just let's just quickly talk about Bitcoin. If you saw my video on Bitcoin and also my idea on TradingView, this would not be any surprise to you. There's a fractal here and there's another fractal here. So we're not surprised that the price of Bitcoin is going up. Not at all. Because at the point when I did the video at 87,000, I was pretty sure that the price was going to go up. The major question is, how high is it going to go up? I feel like the bull run starts again when Bitcoin gets over 100,000. I won't be as optimistic if I don't see Bitcoin over 100,000. If it just plays around to 100,000 and cannot surmount 100,000, then I'm not going to be so optimistic about that. Okay, so let's actually move into what we came for. So the major thing we're talking about is how well our portfolio has done for the month of or for the quarter or the last quarter, that's October to December. How well has it done? Right. So these are the changes in prices. LEGENDINT 5.35 to 5.8. VSP bond 2113 or 213 to 320. HMCALL 410 to 4.39. TRANSPOWER 314 to 307. VFD group 10.85 to 11.85. ARADEL 560 to 772. CONOIL from 211 to 187, SUNUASSUR 5.8 to 5.25, Dangote Cement 5.25 to 609. And this Dangote Cement, we actually got into Dangote Cement at 397. And look at where we are. Multiverse, we got into Multiverse around 9, and look at where we are. So pay attention. And that's why it's important that when you have a portfolio, you have a plan. My plan for Multiverse still holds. I've been holding Multiverse. This must be for 4 months right now, and it's still moving upwards. Okay, so on average, the portfolio has moved about 12.16%. So it's not done badly. It's done even quite well. If you put together our sum of all that has happened with our portfolio since the beginning of 2025, you find out that our portfolio has done over 100%, and that's really good. So I'm just going to keep it as it is. And if what are your comments? Do you have anything to add or subtract? Are you going to leave your portfolio as it is, or are you going to try and sponsor it up? So let me know what you think. I'll see you in the very next video.